Well, I guess this is my 24-hour review of having the coal stove that Donald helped me with yesterday. Get it all plumbed in. But, yeah. Doing pretty good. I filled this thing probably, I don't know, 3 hours ago. And we're just now getting down there. So my plan, I'm going to top it off tonight so I can go to bed. And I'm probably not going to put much more in there. A couple shovel loads. Because where you want it to be is about what he told me, about the top of the brick, almost 3/4 of the way up, which we're about halfway, I think. So, and another thing, I think we mentioned yesterday in the video what temperature we started out with yesterday down here in the basement, or my shop, but it is my basement. So I will go show you what we're at right now. So we're right around, I'm going to call it 52, maybe 53 degrees. And that's pretty dang good, I guess, from where it was staying at before. Because you got to remember this, my whole basement down here is all brick. And I got a concrete floor. When those are cold, it takes forever, like literally a few days just to warm them up, to get them to be useful to where they retain heat. You don't have any heat loss. So yeah, we're literally, I guess, past 24 hours in, because we got the thing started yesterday at like 1:30, and right now I'm shooting this video, it's 8:30 at night. So 8:30 at night, and she's already been going for most of the day. I've only filled this thing since last night twice. I filled it in the morning, and I did fill it, like I said, 3 hours ago, which was right around 4:30 at 5 o'clock. And it's been, 3 hours into its burn time. Now I'm going to top it off so it burns all throughout the night. Now, you do get temperature loss through that, but I mean, that coal, it just lasts forever. Like, this is totally different than what I remember when we had my grandpa's wood stove in his house. Because you were constantly filling it. Every 2 to 3 hours, you'd have to check on the fire, add another log. That shit, I'm sorry, I don't have time for it. I want to mess with something twice a day and be done with it, and have the longevity there to where, yeah, exactly what I said. I don't have to worry about it. Because I work a lot. Really, I'm kind of a workaholic, so yeah, there's that. But for what you pay for coal, this is definitely the way to go. So this is my 24-hour review. Very happy with it. And don't let anybody ever tell you coal is dirty, because it is completely not with my chimney setup we got here. You go outside, there is literally no smoke. No smoke outside. So that tells me we have 100% burn in here to where it's all being combusted. Sure, you might, some of the factories that do burn coal, they probably don't have an efficient setup. That's where you get the coal smoke. This, with the barometric damper up there, I get 100% burn efficiency here. So I'm getting like every ounce of heat I can possibly get out of what's in there. So I'm very impressed. The basement is a constant heat. I'm sure it'll probably come up another 10 degrees in the next 2 or 3 days, because it's still, you gotta remember, it's still heating things up. It takes a long time. I don't know if some of you out there might have experienced in-floor heat. You ever turn it off for a couple of days and try to turn it back on? It literally takes 3 days to warm that floor back up. And that's with constant, I think they put antifreeze in those so they don't freeze. It's constant warm antifreeze running through your pipes underneath the concrete. So 3 days. I mean, I'm surrounded by brick and concrete and other cold items like my Chevelle over there. So we're still warming things up. Maybe I'll give it like a 7-day review of what I think. But this is my 24-hour review. Hope you got a lot of information from it. But I will definitely tell you these things are worth it if you do them right. You got to know what you're doing. Like I said, I got this off a gentleman. He pulled it out of a house. The only reason why he pulled it out of the house, he said it sucked. Well, let me school you on something, because Donald schooled me on this. Nut size coal, which is what's in there right now. You see the size of it. You see how the air is able to get up through it. That's what gives you the airway so that coal can breathe and burn properly. This guy gave me I got 3 pea bags. So I know he was burning pea-sized coal in this thing. And you can see the difference on size. Looks like, what do they call it? 2B gravel for a driveway, for size-wise. That's nut-sized coal. Now let's grab a pea. See the difference? You put a load of this in there, it's closer together. It's not getting air up through it at all. And it's even worse with rice coal. Rice coal is the most fine that you can buy. That's the next size up. Up from that, the nut size. And then we have stove size. Stove size is massive. But you want fast, hot heat, that's the way to go. That will get your stove up to extremely warm temperatures, because it has all the air coming up through it. It doesn't drown out the fire like this stuff does. So, hope you liked my review on the old Wonderluxe coal stove. And these are more than a coal stove, they're wood / coal also. It just depends how you set them up. Now, I wouldn't set one up for wood. It's the way I grew up. Not efficient to me. It's too much time there with wood handling and everything else. I'd rather just buy a bag of coal, shove it in there, and I don't have to touch it for the next 10 hours or longer, depending how much you fill it up and what your settings are. There's all kinds of different ways. Now, I got this turned about halfway. The door automatically, because of that spring heating up, automatically closes down to only let a certain amount of draft come up through this to burn. Mine on the door here has a turn wheel that I could open up them airways to get more air in there. You do that, you're getting a hotter fire, but you're going to burn through more coal. So I'm still playing with this to see what my longevity is. But so far, I've only burned in the last 24 hours 1 bag of coal. I've already loaded this thing up with a brand new bag. Actually, it's that bag. I got a quarter of the way in there. Now, to top this up for the night, I'm guessing it's probably going to take 4 shovel loads to get it up there. So, yeah, about a bag a day. 3/4, well, depending how you have your settings, you could probably get this thing to burn half a bag a day, maybe 3/4 if you wanted a little bit hotter for yourself. But for, you know, if you're trying to get a lot of warm air cranking out of this thing, you're going to burn up probably a bag a day, which that's $9 a day. That's how much those bags cost. Well, all of them. Because these are the Santa Claus bags. Same company, Blashak. They have the Franklin anthracite. So, now you know. Hope this helps everybody. Highly recommend picking one up. My future plan is to fasten duct work over top of here. Probably 2 separate ducts, so I can run one over there where that Chevy truck is, because that's like my painting area where I paint cars. So I'm going to run a duct all the way through down into there, that area, and put it on like a thermostat controlled fan. And then I'm going to run another duct with a pipe going up into my house ductwork, because I have 2 elbows coming down, hanging down up there. So it ought to be efficient when I do that. We still don't know, but hey, I'm gonna try it. What's the worst that can happen? I spend, you know, a couple $100 to try to get an efficient system to where, you know, I'm basically heating my house and my shop for $200 a month. Do the math on that. I'd like to see you try to do that with propane, especially being I have an 80-foot long shop. Try doing that with propane, fuel oil, wood. Just like Donald says, what's your time for splitting that wood? This is the better choice. Highly recommend. I love my setup. It's got a perfect burn. No smoke at all out the chimney. So, hope this helps. Have a good day, guys.